So now the last match is Cece versus Mana, and it is a Jewel Knight mirror match. This is going to be really interesting, especially with single mulligan. And for those who are wondering why I'm not fighting when I said I was going to be in the third match, it is because the third slot was always between me and Cece, and at first Cece said that she wanted to sit the battle out, but in the end she decided that she wanted to go in. And I got no problem giving Cece the chance to do that, especially because personally for me, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do deck wise right now. Not enough for the sake of a team battle, at least. So first check on both sides, we get grade 3s. Think Saver on Cece's side, Salome on Mana's side. Kind of shows the difference in their decks already. Then again, so does their starters. So at grade 2, we got Starlight Violinist, Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1 to bring out a Tracy, calls another Tracy, and then calls a Sherry. So the first attack is for 12, second one is for 16, and then after that, the final one is going to be 19. Why does that have 9k? And Cece has lost 2 Thing Savers already. She has a Sword Me in hand, so we can Sword Me, Counterblast 1, bring out a Jewel Knight. Decides to bring out Sable Me to Counterblast 1, retire a Tracy, lock the Sable Me, and and now we get to call a Jewel Knight from the rear, which in this case will be another Ashley Reverse. Deck thinning. First attack is for the Tracy rear guard. Decides to take out as many rears as possible. No guards to Vanguard and no triggers for Cece on that one. 10k block the third attack. Cece's down in damage, but she does have more hand and more field. And Mana is not riding to grade 3. It might be because she doesn't have anything, but it could also be because she doesn't feel confident in her ability to fight Cece grade 3 versus grade 3. Considering if she did do that, Cece would stride. Mana critical, so now Cece's at 5 damage. Still hasn't seen a single trigger though. Outside of the one she just guarded with. Yeah, so far all of her triggers are being used for guard. And she was about to use Bertram's ability, but it does take a Jewel Knight Vanguard in order to do that, so she's unable to do that at all. Even though Cece is at advantage in terms of hand field and, overall presence, the damage is 5 to 1. 12k to the rear guard. Cece knows her own deck well enough to know that she's going to be taking out rear guards to try to limit Mana's abilities. The last attack is 21, needs a 10k shield, and Mana does it. Cece actually hasn't been getting a lot of triggers. But it's not going to matter at this rate. Top decks an Ashley reverse. And drops a unit to stride, so she was intentionally misriding. From what I can tell. I'm actually not entirely oh, okay. Use Ultimail's ability to give 3k to the front row. Then called Heat Wind Jewel Knight in order to give 10k to Bertram, so it was actually a critical threat. And that's a 23k Sherry. To be perfectly honest, the fact that that just happened didn't even make sense. Bertram's ability actually activated. Cece has the ability to stride now, and goes straight into it. I don't blame her at all. Goes into Gobblade. The best thing that she could do right now was to go into Gobblade because she's really not in a position to end the fight this turn no matter what else she used, especially as her first stride. First check, she gets the heal trigger, finally gets a trigger. Critical trigger for Mana. And now Godblade's ability happens. I'm actually a little surprised that she didn't attack with Ashley Reverse first, just so she can get a Sword Me, and Sword Me call a new unit. But I don't even know how many she has left with all that's happened up to now. Cece goes for another rear guard before attacking the Vanguard, forces out a 10k shield by doing so. If there's one thing that Cece's doing a really good job at right now, it's limiting Mana's options. And it's really... Wait, no, that doesn't work. It has to be a grade 1 or less Jewel Knight. Okay, she changed it. Got out Sherry instead. Attacking for 19k, Cece's gonna 2-pass it. No triggers. Which means that Sherry there can't really do anything this turn. She actually didn't have to guard that one, but I also understand why she did, considering all that's happened in this fight up to now. If Cece feels confident, she could actually Saint Blow and try to end it this turn, and that's exactly what's about to happen. Not a bad choice at all, considering she hasn't really seen many triggers as of late. She probably has a lot of critical still in the deck. Yeah, I only see 2 critical triggers out of deck right now. And she doesn't Rainbow. So 10k to 2 units. Calling 2 more units. Giving 10k to Saint Blow from Heatwind Jewel Knight. And now Saint Blow's ability. 51,000 Saint Blow, 2 critical. No guard from Mana. If a critical trigger appeared. That should end the match. Big emphasis on should. And that's the end of the game. Cece takes it. She had a really rocky start, but she was able to pull through in the end by knowing what her deck's weakness is and taking advantage of it. Good job. So SA takes this battle. Good games, Cosmic Origins. I know you, as a team, have only been around for like a week or so, and we had a great battle.